Hello everybody, I'm Loboroda, and since I had so much fun with the last random challenge, I figured let's do another one. So once again we're doing a random squad on a random map and see how this will go. So let's go over the rules one more time. First of all, I will create a random squad from all my available operators, from 1 to 6 star. Second, duplicates result in an empty position. That means whenever I have a duplicate number in my random number generator, I will lose one member from my squad. Third, random stage, random chapter. And last but not least, only 3-starring a stage counts as a win. Let's get 12 numbers between 1 and 122 for all my operators available and distribute them to the positions in the squad. Okay, let's have a look at our squad. This is actually pretty bad. I don't have any Vanguard in there, I don't have any Sniper in there. I got 4 defenders. I could probably defend for ages, but my damage is really low. I got Angelina, she will carry a lot. Frolinik is probably the best medic for this team, because she can deal damage next to healing, but it's also arts damage. Yeah, depending on the stage that I'm going to get, this could go horribly wrong. So, it'll probably be fun. Let's see what will happen. Once again, we roll between 1 and 7. And it's a 3. So, since it's not a 6 or higher, we're still in. And the chapter is Stinging Shock, which has 14 stages overall. So, we roll again between 1 and 14 and got number 10. Let's go back into the game and see what stage that is. Chapter 3, Stinging Shock, and then we count from left to right without tutorials or cutscenes. And we have S3-3, Reckon 1. Once again, let's check the enemies first. So we have Slugs, no real issue, Hound Pro and Rabbite Hound Pro, both also pretty fine. And then we come to the Lurkers, DC. Then we have the Invisible Crossbow Band, DC. Invisible can be annoying. Then we have the Invisible Casters. This will be hard because we don't have that much physical damage. Riot Leader and Junkman. Overall, I think it will be fine. The Invisible can give us some issues. The map is pretty straightforward. We need to cover the top. We have 2 devices that will help us uncover invisible enemies, which we'll probably use, but we'll see. Before we start, let's have a look at our squad and the skills. So we have Angelina, where we will definitely use her skill 3. It is so strong and it's a game changer in a lot of scenarios, so obviously we keep that. Flamebringer, we go with this kind of passive style again. That should be fine, and we need someone to deal damage. Savage, increase the HK of the next attack to 200% or deal 360% attack physical damage to most 4 enemies. So I think we will go with the second one because I want to attack more than 1 enemy. Croissant, we will definitely give her her offensive ability because we have so many defenders. She can deal a bit of damage and help on that scenario. Neil, I don't want to manage her too much, so we will keep her in her first skill and auto heal, which is fine. Frolinik, like I said, she has the ability to also deal damage, and we definitely want to do this, so we give her her AoE heal and damage skill. Permanix has such a good skill too. All enemies in range, minus defense, minus resistance, for sure we take that. Absinthe, I haven't played that much, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think I want to go with the first one, which makes her like a assassin. She will kill lowest percentage enemies first, whereas the second one cannot attack enemies with above 50%, so I don't want that. I want to have her kill the lowest person, so we're safe. Estelle, I still want her to be healed, so we stay with her normal skill, which just gives 25% more attack. Then we have Gray. I think both increase the attack speed but the other one also has the talent slow increase, so why not? Gummy, well, only has one skill, so might as well keep it. And once again we have Cardigan, who's also a healer defender, and she will keep her skill. Alright, that's our squad, and let's jump into the stage. Okay, let's get started. So without a Vanguard, the beginning is a bit rough. I don't want to deploy a supporter or a defender because I might defend and keep all the enemies from getting through, but also not killing anything. So we wait for Flamebringer and bring him out first. Obviously they're also on the left side, so we need to block there as well. Flamebringer is strong and can kill a lot, so I'm not worried about anyone getting through there, but on the left side I think I want to have Defender first and then follow it up. Oh, there's actually a lot coming on the right side and Flamebringer is letting stuff through. So this is already looking a bit bad. What am I doing? Oh, Gummy, can you get it? Okay, that was close, but we're fine, that was totally calculated. Croissant can deal out some damage, that's nice, and also keeps a bit the pressure from her side. Now we have with Gummy there a second defense line, which is fine. I can ignore the left slug that's coming through, and Angelina will take care of a lot of enemies soonish. She will get a few hits from those crossbowmans, but she'll survive. She has her own heal, so that's perfectly fine. Now we activate her skill just so we can kill a bit more and get a bit of pressure from Flamebringer and Angelina. And Frolenic will now heal up the right side. We reveal those crossbowmen so Angelina can actually hit them, and then we bring Chromanix on the left side to help Croissant a bit. She is standing like a trooper on the left side. Okay. Now we bring in Neil behind Flamebringer, so there's another defense line if they go to the right side where we don't have anybody, and there's also another heal going on there, which we probably won't need, or I hope we don't need, but let's activate her skill because there are a lot of enemies there and I want to deploy Absinthe next. And also reveal those enemies so she can actually hit them. So they have now minus defense, minus resistance, and Absinthe and Croissant can hit away. On the right side we also reveal and let Angelina fire away at all those enemies. Unfortunately the lurkers can be a bit annoying, but we got them. Okay. So far we're looking strong. I think I don't want to change that much on the setup for now. If there's not anything big coming, we should be good. And I didn't see any strong enemies in the enemy setup. So if it's just a lot of those, the only thing that could happen is that there's too much on the left side for Croissant to handle, and even then we could spontaneously take Nero away and bring Cardigan on the left side. So I feel pretty safe right now to get that done. Now we can once again use Frolenic to do some AoE damage and also heal, so we can save up Angelina if there's any more stuff coming. Oh, the double casters are actually doing a lot of damage to Croissant on the left side. Yeah, she will fall. Do we replace her? I think we don't need to. There are only 9 enemies left. Angelina can intercept those hounds and also kill those snipers, and now those are the last round of hounds, so we should be good. Great, that was pretty clean, even though we had some calculated deployment, obviously. So let's have another look at the actual lineup. First of all, let's bring Croissant back in there. I mean, she did a lot and she deserves her spot in this picture. And definitely the key player here was Angelina. She's so strong, she made this whole stage look easy, which it actually wasn't. Like, without the vanguards, the beginning was can be pretty rough. We had to deploy Gumi in the back just to be on the safe side and not let one through. But she carried a lot there. That's basically it. The rest of the squad was not that important. You just need to deal the damage and keep them away. There's no real trick to it, especially with the two devices to reveal the invisible enemies. It's a relatively easy stage to get through if you use a normal squad. So let's see if we have a challenge stage here. No, we do not, so we are basically done now with this. But I want to adjust my squad because, like I said, Angelina carried a lot, so I want to switch out Angelina and Flamebringer because he's also pretty strong, and just go with a bit weaker units in there. So we take Milanta again instead of Flamebringer. She's only 3-star, even though I have her pretty high up. She's a good replacement that everybody can get. And Angelina, we will take... let's see... She's a supporter, so I want to bring in a supporter as well. Where is support? Where are they? Let's quickly filter them. Alright, so we could use Estina, but she's also not that much available. But Earth Spirit. Nearly everybody can get Earth Spirit pretty easily from the recruitment again. And she also has to slow just to see if this is the key factor of her skill set. You could also use Orchid, but let's go with Earth Spirit. Okay, let's jump into stage one more time. So obviously the advantage right now is that we can deploy Milanta way faster because she has 4 DP points less. So we put her in the same position as Flamebringer, and she will stay there and hopefully kill everything. So that also means that we can bring our Croissant way earlier, and this will help us get all our team members out at a faster rate. So now we can already bring her out and have the possibility to also bring out Gumi earlier if we need to. Now Milanta actually does a bit more damage. She has not as much survivability as Flamebringer, but she does do more damage. And might be able to take everything. Got him. Okay, then we can already deploy paramedics over here and help Croissant out a bit. And let her shoot away at everything and reduce the defense and resistance. Now I could have deployed Prolinic as well, but I think Gumi is the better choice here for some reasons. Like, this is one of the major tips for Arknights. Ranged units will attack the last deployed operator. So Milanta was safe and will not be attacked by the crossbowmans anymore because Gumi was the last deployed operator in range. So I could put her there and have a safe backline and also saved Milanta. If I would have deployed Frolinik first and healed Milanta, they would have broken through and maybe I would have lost a point or two. Obviously Frolinik comes right after to heal up Milanta again and get her up and running for the next wave of enemies. Nierl is now on the left side and provides healing for Croissant, which I didn't have before, but now I can deploy her there because Gumi is on the right side. Now we bring in Earth Spirit and see if that helps. Frolinik gives her AoE damage out again. She's not doing much, she just helps a little bit, but might be enough to kill them a bit faster, but to be honest, every other medic would have done the job as well without the damage. So now we reveal those invisible snipers again, get their defense resistance down, let everybody hit them. We get Milanta's attack speed up, and even though there are a couple of enemies that will run past Milanta, Gumi will block them and Milanta will attack them directly. So this is a strong defense line right now on the right side. The caster is dealing quite a bit of damage to Earth Spirit, which makes me a bit worried for the double casters coming at the end. but we'll see if this will be an actual issue or not. So far everything is pretty easy. Now we activate his skill just to slow them down a bit, because we have 2 junkmen coming and I wanted to get them all together clustered up so the AoE damage from Frelinik hits its maximum capacity. There are the double snipers or quadro snipers casters. Will Croissant survive? No. Even oh, she does. What a trooper. Near saved the day there. But her spirit might be dead. Yeah. Well, let's just throw Savage in there because why not? We can. And she kills them. If we wouldn't have thrown in Savage here, Milanta might have killed them in time. I think she actually would have. Even if Milanta would have died, we would have still been fine with Savage in the backhand. Now, I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy with the result here, because this stage is a Elite 1 level 30 stage, and apart from Milanta, everybody is actually Elite 1 level 1. So they performed really well, even though they were technically under-leveled. Which shows that you don't have to take too much the level into account, but rather the skills that the operators bring onto the table. Now let's have a look again at the replacement. So Angelina I replaced with Earth Spirit, but I think also Stuart would be a good choice here, because you basically just want a good damage dealer. It doesn't really have to be an arts damage dealer, you can go into any sort of damage dealer, but Stuart is a beast for a 3-star caster, I would say. And for Flamebringer, once again, Milanta is a very good replacement. Alright, another random challenge in the back, and I'm very happy that I got a good stage for this without the vanguards that could have ended 10 seconds into the stage, so very lucky on this one. So let's hope next one we get a real tough one, because I'm looking forward to grind my teeth on a tough challenge and figure out some great strategies there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time, Doctors.